Hey everybody, welcome to this week's video. This week's Torah portion is Vayishlach. Vayishlach is a jam-packed parsha. Yaakov is on his way back from Lavan. He has 12 children, 11 sons, one daughter, and he's heading home to the land of Canaan to visit his aging parents, Yitzchak and Rivka. Unfortunately, his mother will die before he arrives home. And he has to confront his brother Esav. Esav wants to kill him. And so he prepares. Esav has 400 men, a lot of people. Yaakov has his children. He also has a lot of servants and so on. And he prepares a gift, a lot of cattle, sheep, donkeys, oxen, to give to Esav to appease him. He splits the camp so that if one group gets attacked, the other one can escape. And then he prays. And he says to God, Katainti, I feel diminished. Mikala chasadim, from all the kindness, Mikala emes, from all the truth that you've done for me. I crossed the Jordan. I had nothing when I came. When I left home, all I had was my stick. Now look what I have: family, wives, cattle, donkeys, everything. Please save me from Esav. What is he saying? He's essentially saying, you've done so much for me. Perhaps I've used them all up. I've used up all my credits. Perhaps I won't survive this one. But please, God, give me what I need. I think we all feel that at times. When things are tough, we pray. They say there's no atheist in a foxhole. When things are difficult, when things are challenging, we pray to God and we say, maybe I'm not deserving. Maybe I didn't merit the goodness that I'm seeking. And so we pray for God's grace and God's kindness. And this is the way of the Jewish people. This is the way of Yaakov. This is our way. But what about when the going is good? When we're not faced with Esav, when we're not faced with an existential threat, then what do? Fast forward to 1798, 200 years ago, 200 plus, the Alter Rebbe Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi, the founder of the Chabad Hasidic movement, has been arrested. He's arrested on Sukkot, and he's taken to Tsarist prison in St. Petersburg. And what is the accusation? The accusation is that he's sending money to the Turkish Empire, that he's creating a counter-revolution. And because he was actually sending money to Israel, to Hasidim in Israel, and Israel was then governed by the Turks. 53 days later, he's freed and exonerated of all charges. And he writes a letter. He writes a letter to his Hasidim. And he says, Katainti, same verse. I'm diminished. God has been kind. God has given me truth. Mikala chasadim, mikala emes, from the truth and all the kindness that you've given me, I'm diminished. Interestingly, here he's not facing an existential threat. That's already passed. He's now free. He writes to his Hasidim that the kindness that God has shown him is an expression of divine closeness. And an expression of divine closeness has to bring out in me a sense of humility, a sense of diminishment. If God is close to me, I'm small. The closer I am to God, if I'm truly close, I should feel less of myself, more of God. If I feel myself, then it's me, it's not God. Counterintuitive a little bit sometimes. But when we feel the largesse, when we feel the kindness, the grace that God gives us, whether it's in children, whether it's finances, whether it's health, whether it's a job, whatever it is, the response should not be arrogance. The response should not be pride. It should be humility. Maybe I'm not so deserving. Or maybe God is being kind to me. It's special closeness. And therefore, It should highlight my lack of importance, my lack of being the most important thing around, because then God is the most important thing around. I think this sounds obvious to many people, and it's a bit counterintuitive though to others. There's often the response when we do well is arrogance. Well, look what I've done. Oh, I'm the smartest guy around. I'm able to figure this all out. Instead, it should be katainti. I'm small. God has been kind to me. Dare I say more? And the truth is, this is part of what it means to be a Jew. We say every day in the Birkat Hamazon and the blessing after the meal, Hazana Sa'ilam Kuli Betuvai. God gives sustenance to all of mankind. It's an awareness that what we have is a gift. It should bring out humility. That's my message. This is a beautiful verse. It's in the 8th verse of this week's parsha. I don't have it right in front of me to tell you chapter and verse, but I want to leave you with a beautiful song from Yonatan Razel on this verse. I hope you'll enjoy it. It was a hit in 2014 when it came out, and it's still one of my favorite songs on a biblical verse. And hope you enjoy. With that, I wish you a good Shabbos.